Because it's their first experience in school, there are so many aha moments with kindergartners. You know, as things shift down, most kids learn to read now in kindergarten. So I get to see hundreds, probably thousands of little light bulb moments every day, every week, every year.
So when we envisioned our Healthy Body, Healthy Mind program, we looked at some research from the medical and scientific communities that stated that your two hemispheres in your brain have to be flooded with blood for learning to occur.
The librarians in this district are amazing, and they're all good at different things. The thing that I'm really good at are programs. I love to come up with things to help inspire the kids or help out somehow in the community.
Yeah, everything we do is a team effort. There's nothing, in fact, I try to run my shop as a team. I try not to look at myself as a boss. We do everything together. A lot of the projects are huge and you can't do any of this stuff by yourself.
I think you have to really care about your students on a lot of levels. I think one of the biggest things I know that makes a difference with my students is I'm really interested in what they do extracurricularly. If I can go watch them play in football and say, hey, great game Friday night, all of a sudden barriers are broken down.
So the most rewarding part is definitely the kids and seeing how they can succeed in the classroom. The fun part about my job is I get to work with everybody. So I get to work with the educators, the administrators, I get to work with the health department, I get to work with doctors, I get to work with nutritionists.
One thing that is super important to me in my teaching is that my students feel like they're part of a family. Because I remember back when I was in school, the one thing I always remembered is how I felt. Not necessarily what I did, but how I felt when I left that school year or when I left that school.
Every critique, I show them what they're doing well. Every critique. Even if what they're doing well is that they came to class that day. That's the first thing they've done well, then I make sure that I reward, I praise, I acknowledge.
One of my favorite interventions is the Say OK program. It's just a bunch of boxes and it says, say OK today. And every time an instructor gives a precision command or an instruction and the child says OK and complies with that instruction, they get a check.
I have students who go through curriculum very, very quickly. And we move through the curriculum about twice the pace as a regular classroom, so that leaves me more time for the arts. And we do a lot of music, everything that I can do to add enrichment.
Had lots of fun experiences in the business world, the nonprofit world, the government world. But every day I tell my wife, I love what I do. This is what I need to be doing. This is my dream. And okay, I'm only partway through my first year, I realize that. But I truly have a passion for what I'm doing.